There are some things I want to tell you. If you intend to be a police officer or even a living specimen of the human race, you better get them straight. Right now. This was no high-speed chase. This was no dramatic hell-bent for leather situation. But it was a life-and-death situation. Life is an attitude. Death is a posture. Let's take a ride. I'm going to tell you some things everybody knows. This automobile is a dangerous weapon. Normally, the single most dangerous weapon available in this society. And you, as a police officer, have to drive it every day. As a police officer, you'll never use it normally. You use this vehicle primarily as a vantage point, not as simple transportation. What's going on outside of the car, the activity of your patrol area, people, places, other vehicles. They're why you're here. So to you, this vehicle is two things at the same time. A dangerous weapon, and the most effective means you have to use in doing your job. Defensive driving is seeing that man, judging his possible actions, and preparing for his mistakes, and continuing to drive this vehicle while you do your job. That's not simple, and it isn't funny, but you'll do it 90% of the time. Not high-speed chase, but at speeds under 30 miles an hour. Right there is where most police accidents actually happen. Under 30, while doing two things at once, covering your beat and driving a car. 30 miles an hour, or 5 miles under the posted limit, is the most generally recommended cruising speed, and for very good reason. At this speed, you can stay in the flow of most traffic, while it's slow enough to permit you a wide angle of vision to both sides, so you can drive safely and see to do your job. Now, as you increase your speed, you begin to see less. The effect is called tunnel vision. At above 90, you're really staring at a very narrow area directly ahead. So you aren't cruising at 30 in order to be courteous. It's the best speed for the job. If a person driving any vehicle on a normal city street attempted to calculate the number of accident possibilities available among the various moving objects which comprise the street at any given moment, he'd need a computer. The possibilities are what you defend against, knowing always that the only control you can possibly exert over all of these possibilities is your own vehicle. You must drive in complete anticipation that every one of the vehicles and all of the pedestrians are absolutely going to do the wrong thing. Defensive driving is tightrope walking in the sun, in the night, in the rain, on ice, in a container full of moving objects like ping pong balls in a glass jar. If you think you can beat those odds and survive without building one hell of a defense mechanism into your brain and your body, you are a dangerous weapon. And no sane person wants to be anywhere near you. Arnie had a slovenly attitude, and it killed him. Cheap information, but it's true. Without a special discipline, you can't drive a police vehicle. And you shouldn't drive any vehicle at all. Little irresponsible attitudes combine to get Arnie. And you simply can't afford them. You've got too much going against you without adding to it yourself. Defensive driving is an attitude.
Some of the nicest guys I know back over bicycles. They run into solid objects like filling stations and bank buildings, and every now and then they drown a car in high tide. Right, Arnie? The cost of minor accident damage can be measured in many ways, not the least of which is in dollars and cents to budget-stretched departments. If an officer is injured, even slightly, it means downtime for the vehicle and the driver. This is reduced patrol effectiveness. So an Arnie with bad habits is a cost item to himself, to the department, and to the public. And there's another point you have to weigh when you consider the mistreatment of a police vehicle. You just never know when your life is going to depend on the physical condition of your car. When 30 will change to 60, and you'll use your brakes as an extension of your life. An accident resulting from an officer's carelessness, even with lights and siren running, leaves him liable, criminally and civilly.
What, idiot?
He has no more right than the other guy if it can be shown that he exercised less than due care. The lights and siren request the right-of-way. They do not grant it. You can find yourself calling the police on yourself, and that's no smarter than Arnie, is it? The public reaction, community relations value of a situation like this one is pure murder.
I thought out. Not to near the right of way. They think they own the road.
Yeah, that's right.
See your driver's license, Don? See your driver's license?
All of a sudden, you're a dumb cop, and you may be.
Jesus Christ, Johnson, don't you know what a stupid thing this is?
Arnie was a nice guy, just a little stupid.
A man like Arnie shouldn't be a policeman. He didn't have the stuff for the job. And we didn't catch him soon enough. A police recruit is selected with many things in mind. Physical stamina, good health, good habits, self-discipline, good judgment, and a desire to serve, among others. And so what do we say about a guy like Arnie? Arnie was his own fault. Arnie was everyone's fault. Defensive driving is an attitude. And if you haven't got it, I hope somebody catches you and stops you cold. But not like this.
Surely, I didn't even know.